So I've spent a good portion of my life reading. I enjoy reading, or I think I enjoy reading. But my question is, if I am able to connect to Source, can I simply tap into the knowledge of Source and not do it the way I've been doing it?
Yes, you can. 2 things we want to say, 3, 4, 5, so many things we want to say to you about this. So let's say you're reading something and you want to tap into the knowledge of Source. Now this is really a fun thing. So let's say you're reading the works of someone who's made their transition, and you really want to know what they were thinking when they wrote that. And we say, that's one way of looking at it. But wouldn't you really like to know what they're thinking now?
Yes.
About what they wrote then?
Yes.
And that's what we mean about the evolution. That's what we mean about the past changing, is that everyone who lived what you call the past is now present, and you have access to them in the now. Did you hear that? In other words, they wrote about something that they were living from the vantage point that they were living. So much that has been written that you are now studying was written by someone not on the high-flying disc, maybe really on a disc of despair. And as you read what they wrote when they were there, unless you're on the disc of despair, you cannot really relate to who they were or what they meant. But what if you're on your high-flying disc while you read it, and they are on their high-flying disc because they're dead? And now the insight that you get is really rich and wonderful in your life experience now, you see. Did you get all of that? Oh, so much contained in that. Everyone who reemerges into the non-physical releases resistance and becomes that high-flying vibration. And they are really interested in everything that they were about, but they are now approaching it from the vantage point of how they are now. In other words, they don't have to wake up in the morning and reach for the high-flying disc. They never get off the high-flying disc. But when you take the time to rendezvous there, oh, the insight that you'll have, the clarification that they'll bring to you. Talk about reading between the lines. You'll know what they meant in a way that most cannot know. And you'll know what they now mean. And they can let you know what they learned from it and how they expanded from it. Really good. Something more?
I think I'm good.
Yeah. It's going to be fun to think about that for a while. Think about that. Let those non-physical co-creative partners help you understand that broader perspective, knowing who you are, knowing where you are, knowing who you really are vibrationally, knowing where you stand in relationship to it, knowing the path between where you are and where you want to be, just giving you whatever you're ready to hear to lead you in the direction. And we so want to emphasize that it's the expansion, it's the path that it's all about. It's not about getting there, it's about the path. Esther wrote down the other day in her notebook, I'm having fun on my way to this. I'm having fun on my way to this. Because when you decide that I'm flying high on my way to this, I'm flying high on my way to this, I'm flying high on my way to this, I'm feeling good on my way to this, I'm having clarity on my way to this, then there's no introducing of resistance to it. Not I'm going slowly on my way to this, or I'm lost on my way to this, or I don't know what I'm doing on my way to this, or no one's helping me on my way to this, or where are the people that are supposed to be helping me on my way to this, or I'm not having fun on my way to this, or this sucks on my way to this. In other words, you get to decide what your attitude is on your way to, because while the manifestations are still future, the vibration of them is now. So if the future manifestation makes you feel the absence of it, and the absence of the future manifestation makes you feel lackful in your now you offer a vibration of lack, which gets in the way. It clogs the pipes. It opens pipes to what you don't want, while it disallows the pipes to what you do want. You getting the hang of this? So your point of power is right now. How you feel now. It's now. Now, at one point, Esther decided, well, maybe I could just explain a little bit of this to Luke right now. And at that moment, he tripped over a cable and skinned his knee. Not a good teaching moment. When you're flying high, that's when you want to acknowledge what's going on.